Hello, everyone who happens to watch this. Today is my birthday. I am 38 years old today. It's my 38th birthday. Um, and I want to talk about some things, okay? Now, obviously, I want to play some chess because that's like my thing I do. Also, I turned my filter off for this video for a very specific reason. This is my chess book here, Chastity's Chess Chapters. This is the paperback edition of it, the English version. I have a Spanish version, which I gave to Norma and Roxana, my friends at Walmart who speak Spanish. They're amazing and they work really good at Walmart. I use Google Translate for the Spanish version, but this is the original English version. Chastity's Chess Chapters. The cover is very simple. We have the chessboard, and on the back side we have a picture of me. We have some text about chess, so it's very cool, very cool. I wanted to show off my chess book, obviously. Like, this is 100 pages of just absolute madness. Now, obviously, the video doesn't really do it justice, but as you see, I have color coded illustrations, pictures of the chessboard to show how things are moving. So, like, there shows the path of the rook and how the rook would move. This shows the path of the bishop with the green squares, so you can see how it moves diagonally. The idea is the pictures and the pieces with the colored squares. Everything is meant to be so easy. This book, Chastity's Chess Chapters, is the foundation of my chess teaching business because I set out on a quest to be a chess teacher, a chess coach, whatever you call it. And I thought, well, I can talk shit about chess, obviously. I can play chess, and I've done a lot of that before. Um, but having a book established me as a writer. And at the time, when I decided I was going to get really into teaching people chess because there was a need for that, especially in Lee's Missouri, I thought, wait, I'm in a creative writing program in Full Sail University. I'm a college student. Why not make a chess book? Why not make my next book be about chess? And that's what I did. Is I wrote one chapter at a time. I posted it on my blog. People were liking the chess content. I didn't really get any comments. I really want some comments, people. Like, all of the chapters that are in the book are public and free to read on my blog. But when you buy the paper book, I get a very small amount of royalties. It's not much, okay? I think I might get $3 out of every $10 you spend. Actually, that book is $20 because the printing cost, we're talking full color, 100 pages. The printing cost is very high for this kind of paperback book. That's why, you know, not everybody is going to want to buy the paperback book, obviously. But that is a way to support me as a writer and as a chess teacher. If you are a fan of my work, you can do that. Just letting you know. Now, yes, this is some shameless self promotion right now, obviously. But remember, this is my 38th birthday. It's my birthday, and today is about me, okay? So here's what I'm going to tell you is last night was kind of rough, okay? It started out rough because I get to Walmart and Coach Santos, he's saying that everyone should downstack their own pallet. They should sort their own pallet, and sorting a frozen pallet is is no easy task because we have to separate the dairy and the deli and the bakery and the meat departments from our own department that we actually stock. And so, at minimum, you need for every pallet you downstack, you basically have to have five other pallets. You have to have a pallet for the breakfast aisle, which has, ice cream on one side, but then breakfast things like, I don't know, waffles and stuff on the other side. You have the middle aisle, which has a lot of TV dinners, a lot of pizzas. That aisle sells more than the others. And then you have the vegetable aisle, which has all the veggies, but also has the gluten-free and dairy-free pizzas and stuff like that. Also, Morningstar corn dogs, which are very good. And then there's the chicken bunker where there's all this chicken. People really should stop murdering chickens and selling their dead flesh, but nobody listens to me. I'm just the vegan that gets made fun of at Walmart. You know, can I just say for just a second, people think I'm going to get offended when they misgender me, but I'm actually more offended by that they mock me and my veganism and eating tofu. That actually offends me more than making fun of me for being transgender. Um, Whatever. Anyway, so he was trying to say we should each downstack our own pallet, and like, how does that work? Because then it takes 3 times as long for us to each downstack it, and we would still be having to put our stuff on the same pallets theoretically. Otherwise, you would need 15 pallets instead of 5 pallets. So he wasn't thinking straight, and so not wanting to have Santos angry at me, I was trying to figure out how to do it the way he asked me to do it. But I was also mathing in my head, realizing this is not going to work. It's not possible. So instead, what ended up happening is we just had to do it the way we always have done it. Because what Santos was trying to tell us to do wasn't right. And I was saying to my friends Kurt and James, I'm like, I really would like to not get fired on my birthday. Like, that is not the birthday present I want. So here, I'm always scared I'm going to get fired because, I've lost jobs in the past, and there was always some excuse of why they wanted to get rid of me, and it was sad. Um, so here I was kind of sad. I was kind of bummed out because here I'd arrived to work, a few hours before it was my birthday. Then at midnight is officially my birthday, and I was really kind of down. I was really kind of bummed out. I was sad. Um, and now this is the strangest thing, okay? I know that this doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but I'm going to show you what happened on lunch break. And the reason I can show you what happened on lunch break is because I played chess on lunch break. And so I'm going to show you, cuz on my Elite Chess profile, we can look at all the games that I played. And if we look back a few games, we can see it. Can you see the tiny picture right here? The Blitz game, only a few moves were made. So here it is. Look at this. This was a Blitz game, and that was the position my opponent resigned in. Like literally, we have D4, D5, C4, DX C4. They accepted the pawn at Queen's Gambit, and then I moved pawn to e3, and then they resigned. Like literally, we had 5 total moves made, and my opponent resigned. And I know this is gonna sound completely insane, and unless you're like smoking crack or you're a hardcore chess player like me, you're probably not gonna understand what this did for me. Here's what it made me think about, because I always teach my chess students not to resign, okay? Like, it's one thing if you really have to leave and you know you're gonna lose and you're under time pressure. I get resigning, but the number one reason that people lose in chess is because they resign. It's not because they get checkmated. It's because usually they either resign or they run out of time and lose the game on time. Most of the time, it's not even checkmated. Most of the time, it's because they give up. We had 5 moves and this person gave up. Now, here's the thing. There's many things I'm scared of, okay? There's many things I'm scared of. Is it possible that I could lose my job at Walmart? Yes. And was it possible that I could lose my job at Hy-Vee? Yes, that's kind of what happened. And it's kind of a strange thing because I like chess. I like games because there's no real consequence to it. You know, I'm not winning or losing any money by playing chess, for example. I do it purely for the satisfaction, you know? But here's what I'm realizing, okay? I'm realizing that one of the characteristics of being me is that I don't know how to give up. I really don't know how to give up because when I lost my Hy-Vee job, I applied many places. I was filling out job applications every day, and I couldn't get hired anywhere. And then Walmart hired me, finally. Um, and oh hey, we have a person here. First time chatter. We have Wavelino. Hello, Wavelino. This is a Twitch live stream, so yes, people can comment live while I'm talking about chess and my stupid life during my birthday. Wavelina says, I am a person. Yes, I am. I am a person too, but I also might be a machine. Because I feel like I'm artificially intelligent the way I think because I'm autistic. I'm a person, but I also think very robotic. Um, and so I'm talking about how today is my 38th birthday. It's my birthday today, and my mom is actually out of the house right now. Relentless Grindex says, "We can tell you're autistic, bud." Yeah, I mean it's obviously obvious I'm autistic because what kind of person would be talking about chess and making a parallel example of people resigning in the game of chess and how that compares to people resigning in life? And here's what I'm realizing is that as long as I don't give up, even if I do lose my job at Walmart because of whatever reason, which, you know, hopefully not, but I would just go job hunting and I would keep trying until I did get another job, maybe even a better job. So the point, guys, is that even though I get depressed, sometimes I get scared, is I just am never going to give up. And I have goals. There's things I've wanted to do and I'm just not going to give up. And for example, I'm about to graduate with an associate's degree in creative writing in July. Like I am, yeah, philosophy is an exciting burden. Well, thanks, Wavelino. Yes, it is. And I have goals, writing goals, chess goals. Oh, by the way, since you guys are watching right now, check it out. I published a book about chess, Chastity's Chess Chapters, because I stream on Twitch, but I also have like this huge, massive book, like totally, dude. Chastity's Chess Chapters. You can find it on Amazon, Smashwords. You can find the ebook on Apple Books, Kobo, all that stuff. So yes, I wrote my own chess book, and I wrote it because I put my name as part of the title. Yeah. Um, Wavelino says, does it also come with empty pages for people to write their notes as they move along in the book? Come to think of it, I never thought about something like that when I made it. I mean, it's still possible to edit it for future editions. However, if I think about it now I mean, okay, so each page does have a significant amount of empty space where, like, for example, this page, you have the picture, you have, the text here, but there's still enough space. You could write some notes on that page, but I wonder, yeah, I wonder if that should be something, add a few blank pages for people to add notes. And Wavelina says, I hate reading, so a book with less words would appeal to me. Interesting. Yeah, I do have a lot of words in here, although to tell you the truth, the pictures, like the detailed pictures, are kind of what you will illustrate things, and you can read the words if it to help you understand the pictures better. And also, I bought a book, a Kindle book anyway, designed to teach chess to kids. Somebody else wrote a book about teaching chess to kids, and I just bought it so that I can read it, so that I can see their approach and how they teach kids. So I wrote my own chess book. It's designed to teach people chess, but if I can get better teaching strategies by reading other people's chess books, I'll do that. Anyway, since my friend Wavelino hates reading, Wavelino says, can I show you a chess game that I lost today in 14 moves while being up 24 points of material in the final position? Yeah, do you have a link to it or something? I actually am going to show a chess game that happened because I was showing this chess game here where after only 5 moves, my opponent resigned here, which is really kind of freaky. That's really kind of freaky that they resigned after only 5 moves in that blitz game. And I'm actually going to show you guys a game that I played with my mother. I had to bribe my mother into playing chess with me because chess isn't really her thing. I kind of had to bribe her into playing chess with me. So that's a little bit weird. But let me go back and let me find. Okay. Yeah, so there was that one, and then there was that. Yeah, okay. How long ago was that? Okay, I need to do a search on my page here for Judina because I want to okay, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the game that I want to show. Okay, so oh, Wavelino has some comments. Said they realized accepting the Queen's Gambit is not the best option. How advanced. Yes, that is correct. In fact, in my book, I actually mention the Queen's Gambit, as you might be surprised, right? It's my favorite opening, and I have done videos and written stuff before about once you accept the Queen's Gambit, if you're playing black and you accept the gambit, you do put yourself in a bad position. So yes, my opponent may have realized that they messed up when they accepted the Queen's Gambit. I mean, yes, they still could have gone on and played, but I would have gotten my bishop out there. I would have tried to gang up with my knight and queen. I probably would have gone for scholar's mate, had a backup plan. So yeah, obviously. Oh, Wavelino says, I guess we may be polar opposites then, as my favorite opening is the King's Gambit. Oh yes, I am familiar with the King's Gambit as well. It's fun. Like I haven't really studied it in depth, but the King's Gambit is the opposite of the Queen's Gambit. It's on the other side, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I really should play it more just for fun, actually. But I'm gonna show you. Um, yeah, I'm gonna show you this game that I play with my mom. So here's right at the start. So this is me playing with my mom. My mom moved her queen out there. I forked the pawn and the queen with the knight. She moves the queen. I get this pawn out there. She advances that pawn. Then I just advance the knight there. Okay. You put me in check. I just blocked the pawn. That was an easy one to get out of. And then she just let me take the bishop. Okay. So already, instead of moving the bishop away, she let me capture the bishop. So, because, my mom likes to go on the offensive. She doesn't really defend her pieces all that well. But see, chess isn't something she does very much. So it's no surprise that I've won. This game, but I'm going to show you this game, even though I won this game, and you can see I put the king in check there. I just started doing my usual stuff, putting her in check, taking pieces, We had some weird stuff go on. This was a crazy game. I was trying to go after the rook, but then it wasn't really working the way I wanted to. But I was taking her pieces. I had this bishop here. It was crazy. She actually took the knight and sacrificed the rook, which I thought was a bad thing, but she did get rid of my knight that way. Now, then of course she took my rook there, so I had to take it. Now, here, this is where my mom got smart. She advanced this pawn, and then I was advancing this pawn. I had a plan here. She advanced that pawn there. And I thought, well, she's given me a free pawn. But here's what I was not realizing at the time. She was sacrificing that pawn so that she could put me in check there. Then, of course, I had to move. The only square I could move was there. Then she put me in check there, and I blocked, but then she took my bishop. Like, she executed that, and I told my Mom, that is nasty. I am so proud of you. Because even though my mom will let me take a lot of her pieces, she's not defending them, like an advanced chess player, because it's not a game that she plays for fun like I do. But man, she tricked me. She sacrificed that pawn so that she could end up then killing my bishop later on. That shows my mom's intelligence. Even though she's not like the kind of chess player I am, I was impressed. And then, we continued on, but then I lined up this discovered check there. So I don't know why she moved I think she moved the king so that her knight would be able to move, because previously the knight was pinned there. But then, of course, I moved the bishop there, attacked the rook while putting her in check with my rook. Then she blocks, and then I do that. And then she moved there, checkmate. So the thing is, there was a brief moment she might have actually had a chance to win. She had, the material was pretty even. She could have won. So far, my mom hasn't beat me once yet. I I have beat my mother 40 times in a row. I've got I have a reward system where for every 10 games she plays with me, then I have to take her to Freddy's for a meal. So I know it's a funny system, but I had to bribe my mother to play chess because she's apparently my only friend and I live with her. So there's that. Anyway, let me come back and check the comments here. So, okay, Wavelin says, Queen g4 is a curious move. Actually, decent ideas to attack by white here. I have it too sometimes against my mom. She catches me by surprise on occasion, but the gap is big enough for me to convert anyway. Also, my mom used to play one e4, e5, f3, which is simply questionable. Interesting. I put my game in a study, by the way. Okay. Wavelino put his game that he wants to share in his study. So I'll actually, during the stream, get to we're gonna view this. We're gonna view this study here. Okay, can everyone see that? This is Wavelino's study. This is his link he shared with me. Actually, I don't know if Wavelino is a he, but when you're a chess player, it doesn't matter. We're beyond gender here. Obviously, I am. So let's see what happened here. So we have, okay, there's that. We got the King's Gambit. They accepted the King's Gambit. Okay, very interesting. Wow. Yeah, okay. So they just sacrificed the bishop to force the king to move to take it. Okay. Interesting. And then, okay, then white just sacrificed that bishop. Like, what's going on? Wow. Okay, that's weird. I wonder. Let me back up. I want to look at that. Yeah. Huh. There's a lot of bishop sacrificing there. And then, okay, then it was easy to put the king in check there because they had forced the king to move. Now the king is there. Wow. And then they're trying to get the pawn. Wait, they're trying to get the pawn to the other side. And yeah, okay, so black got the pawn to the other side. And then, oh, then the white put the black king in check there. What? Okay. Wait, white wins by checkmate? Oh, okay. Okay, that was freaky. Okay, that was freaky, man. That way, Valino, were you the one playing um were you the one playing white? Like, 'cause that was the funniest thing I had seen in a long time because here let's back up. Like, so here we had done that, done that, and see, black had gotten a new queen, but instead of taking it, white just checkmated. White just checkmated black. It just ignored the new queen in the corner. Okay, okay. Let me tell you, Wavelina, what I think of this game. What I think of this game is that oh, Wavelina said, I played black sadly. I was up a queen, a rook, two pawns, and two knights for two pawns. Wow. So you were playing black and you got checkmated after getting an extra queen. Well, thank you for sharing this with me because this is very cool because it shows how even if you sacrifice a bishop to lure a king out to make it move, that allows you to then start attacking and putting that in check and even checkmate with other pieces. It's not the kind of thing I would usually do, but it can be effective. I mean, I may have to try that. I may have to try that sometime. In fact, why don't I try something like that right now if I wanted to? Although I don't know if I'll play that risky. I don't know if I will. I think I'll do my usual play style here. So, thank you for sharing that with me. That's a very cool, Wavelino. And now what I want to do here is I want to play a game of just classical chess here. I like 30-minute classical because 30-minute classical chess is my best form of chess because when I play lower time controls, I make bad choices. Even if I have enough time, I tend to make very bad choices because I think, oh, I should move fast, and then I make wrong moves. But with classical, I'm pretty confident in this. Now, as you see, I'm going with the French defense. And I always let white decide if they're going to go into an exchange variation where they take that pawn, or they go into advanced variation. So I'm playing black against some random person here, and yes, yeah. Oh, Wavelina says fellow classical lover, nice, which is a way internet people say nice. Okay, yeah, classical chess is just the original form of chess before all this blitz nonsense. I only played blitz like on lunch break at Walmart. Okay, so I'm gonna advance this pawn one square there, for the simple reason that I don't want a bishop coming there and putting my king in check. So I'm gonna just stop that right now. Man, I'm coughing. I got something in my throat. I'm having a really bad allergies and itchy throat. Let's see here. So this is fun because they put the knight there, and I can pin that knight. I can take that knight. See, when a knight moves out like that, it's easy to pin it. Now, I could take the knight if I want to, or I could retreat here. It's hard to know what I want to do. I think I'm gonna move it back. I'm just gonna move it back here. I know it looks insane, but I'm just gonna try it. We're just gonna see where this goes. I love doing the French defense. Um, okay. So I could take that bishop, but hmm. Okay, this is gonna be weird. I'm gonna actually move this bishop right here and see if they take it. Like, I know this is completely insane, but I'm just gonna try it and see if it works. I'm just gonna try it, man. See, what I love about chess is I can just experiment. I can just experiment, and when it's classical chess, it gives me time to play, but also respond to chat here. So yeah, just I by the way, Waveliness commented here, if you want to demonstrate attacking and taking risks, the exchange front might be the least fitting option to do so. Yep. But we'll see how this game goes. Anyway, Wavelino, thank you so much for the comments. I appreciate the link you shared and the comments. This is precisely the kind of chess stream on Twitch I wanted to have on my birthday. Okay, so you made my birthday a happy birthday. Just saying, cause I love the interaction when I actually am able to talk with other chess players who are actually deeply into it. And the people who have an account on Chess are probably really into chess. Okay, so we're gonna get this knight here ready to capture back if for any reason one of those pieces captures my bishop. I'm just totally messing around here. This is quite interesting. So now that happened, now we're going to pin this knight. That's a strange kind of a case, isn't it? This is just wild. Wait, no pieces have been captured. Oh, except for the one pawn exchange, because this is the exchange variation of the French defense. So yeah, like totally, dude. So only one pawn exchange. We're completely even in pieces. So at this point, it's all about who makes the first mistake. That's really what it's about now. So I think I'm actually going to take this knight. I think I'm going to do that because it's kind of a nuisance. I like to destroy my opponent's knights. I like to keep my knights. I'm a person who prefers to keep my knights because I use them in dangerous forks. Some people will sacrifice their knights and keep their bishops. My knights are like my best chess piece besides the queen, obviously, because I usually know how to use them effectively. So they castled over there on the king's side. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do about this, but I'm going to get this knight out here. We're just going to see how this goes. I'm trying to form a plan. We're still pretty even in pieces, although I would argue that because I lost a bishop and they lost a knight, I would argue that I'm actually slightly ahead in material. I know they're considered equal. They're both considered worth 3 points of material. Also, the point system is complete bullshit because the value of pieces is about the position on the board and what other pieces are there. So it's all context. You can't obviously say that a bishop or a knight is better in all cases. It's like if you're playing Crazy House, for example, oh man, it changes very much because sometimes you just like to drop a bishop somewhere or drop a knight somewhere depending on which way you're trying to kill your opponent's queen. I love Crazy House, by the way. Crazy House is just chess, except to the extreme where you can draw pieces back on the board. So now if I were to capture that pawn, then that means, well, the bishop could still take my bishop there. I don't know. I mean, I don't really see a real problem here. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to defend that pawn. If they take that pawn, I could capture back. You know, it's not a real problem exactly. Hmm. And see, even though 30-minute classical is a long time control, in practicality, if your opponents move relatively frequently, then the game will really last on average less than 10 minutes, you know? So now what they've done is they've got that knight there. It kind of attacks my f7 square there. But it also attacks that bishop. So now they have two pieces there. Um, I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. Well, I could, yeah, because I could take. I mean, it's not really much of a problem exactly. Because if they take the bishop, then I can take back with a pawn. But if I were to take their bishop, then their queen would possibly get out. I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do is probably. Okay, we're going to threaten that knight. Now the knight will probably try to take the bishop, or maybe their bishop will take the bishop. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. Because right now, with that pawn attacking the knight doesn't really have any good retreating options. It doesn't have any good options right now. Okay, I kind of thought it might turn into that. So we have that, and I will take that. Now their bishop is attacked, you see. And that's where I feel like they may have made a mistake. Because where's their bishop going to go? So now they just lost a bishop. So now I am ahead in material. In this game, I would say my opponent made the first mistake. They haven't lost the game yet, but I'm doing better now because I still have two knights. They have one bishop, and all our other pieces are basically the same. So I'm winning this game so far, is what it's looking like. Um, so let's see here. What can we do here? Okay, I will make this exchange. I'm fine with making that exchange. I think that's totally fine. So, okay, now what I don't like here is that, well, I thought I was going to do something with it. I think I'm just going to have to castle. I'm just going to castle my king. I don't really want my king to be able to be put in check. That's the thing here, is I don't want to make any dumb risks there because I have a winning position here because I'm ahead on material. Wait, they're going to let me take. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I take that bishop, then they take my knight there. Ooh. I don't like that. Okay, instead, what we're going to do here, first, we're going to fork the queen and the pawn there. Because I don't want them to take my knight. See, it's a good thing I didn't just take that bishop, because even though I would have gained another bishop, I would have lost a knight. And like I said, I really love to protect my knights. And now their queen has to move. But now that their queen has, okay, now see, their queen has gone there. And that's where it starts to get a little bit nasty. But see, now here's the situation we have is I can now I can take this pawn. Yes, the queen can still kill the knight, but then I still proceed to kill the bishop after that. So that means the exchange still happens, but I was able to take out another pawn in the process. Hmm? Okay. Okay, that's just funny. To me that's funny. Um, because yeah, I probably still am going to take this bishop, and I still am gonna lose. Oh, wait, did we have a subscriber? Alex ID just fall JD. Hello, my headphones aren't working right now. Can you chat instead? By the way, which game do you stream the most? Um, I will chat some, but I am in a live game right now. Okay, nice. Okay, so yeah. So they can't hear, their headphones aren't working. So they can't really hear what I'm saying, which is a shame. But there will be a recording of this later, so when your headphones get working, you'll be able to listen to the full recording. But thank you for the follow. It means a lot to me on my birthday, especially. This is my birthday special here. Okay. So now they finally took that knight, and I have to find a smart thing to do here. Because this pawn here is not defended. Yeah, that's not defended at all. And okay. There's got to be a way to do this. So I don't want to lose any more pawns. I'm going to advance this 2 squares. Yeah, I'm just gonna advance this 2 squares. If they take my rook, then my queen kills their queen. So, okay, now they got this going on. See, now that's what they're doing here is, so if I did that, if they took my queen, then I take their queen. Then they take my rook and I take their rook. So we would still be even on pieces. So, I mean, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and wait. Well, hmm. Well, I don't even need to go that route necessarily. Oh, actually, I do. I kind of need to keep these rooks connected here. It's probably safest for me if I do. Okay. Well, okay. I'm just going to, hmm. Okay, for right now, I'm going to bring this rook right here and target their pawn. It might be foolish, but I don't know. Let's see what happens here. This is very exciting. Never played League of Legends. Yeah, I'm still checking the comments a little bit. I play chess though. I don't know what League of Legends is really. Chess is the only strategy game I need, man. Chess is the game. Well, but come on. I mean chess, other chess games like Shogi and Shang-Chi and Crazy House too. I use chess to encompass a broad spectrum of board games that all have the same principles of check, checkmate, different pieces, different movement rules, but the same basic principles, you know? Okay, so now what do we got going on here? Hmm. Ooh, well, this is very strange. Hmm. Okay. This is dumb, but I'm going to target their queen. They can take my queen, but if they do, I take their queen. This is kind of freaky. We'll see what's happening. I do need to focus on this game and not spend too much time responding to the chat. Wow, let's see how this goes. See how it goes. Okay, they went there. So now, okay, now they've gone there. And I need to move my queen so it's not like just in danger there. So my queen, because if my queen goes here, then realistically it has a chance to defend the pawns and the knight that are right here. That's totally fine. Wow, what an intense game. Ooh. I will check the chat. No, okay, nothing new. Oh, but I will answer your question. Lee's Summit. I am reading the chat. They asked where I'm from. Lee's Summit is my place, man. It's my town. Okay, so here we have this kind of a case where they're putting me in check, and I'm gonna just block it with the queen. If they take my queen, I take their queen with my pawn or my king. It's not a problem. Oh, I see now. Okay, so that's... Okay. We may still end up exchanging... We may still end up exchanging queens. We'll see how it goes. Oh, are they trying to force a stalemate? Okay. How do I want to do this? Okay. Yeah. Think I'm gonna go... Well, I don't want to do that necessarily. Well, okay. I am gonna try this. I'm just gonna try that and see what becomes of it. So now, okay, we've got this going on. I can now block there if they take my queen, their queen. I still take their queen. What a strange concept here. They're just putting me in check because they don't know what else to do. I think that's what's really happening now. Now they're doing that again. Okay, so now I'm just going to block that check there by advancing this pawn there. So now they're going to have a harder time putting me in check. Because if they try to go there and put me in check, then the knight... Okay. So now they can do that. They can put me in check there. They can do that for sure. Now this rook can't really move, unfortunately, because then this knight gets killed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to kill this pawn. Because at least that queen being there kind of helps defend my knight a little bit. If for any reason the rook does move, I don't want the rook to move. I'm not going to try to move the rook while my knight's there, but in case I am forced to because my opponent does something nasty, which sometimes it happens. Your opponent does nasty things when you play chess. So there's that. I could block that. I could block that with the rook, or I could move my king, but I feel like blocking is a better option here because otherwise I'll just be in a situation where I'm constantly just put in check. And I don't really want that to happen, you know? They'll take my rook probably, and then I'll take their rook with my king. That's what I think is going to happen here. Man, this is an intense game. This is a very intense game. Okay, now they're doing that. And now, wait, I could do that. See, if I block there with the queen, then they can't really put me in check. Unless, of course, they're killing my queen or my rook with their pieces, but then we still have a trade of equal pieces. I just want them to not be able to put my king in check because it's getting quite annoying. Dude. Oh. Oh, no. Well, they took my rook, but I get to take their rook. Yeah. I did not see that one coming. I'll admit I did not see that one coming. That was very, very nasty. Very nasty indeed. Now, of course, they will take my knight as well. They will take my knight. But at least we're still relatively even on pieces here. So now I'm going to try to avoid. Oh, did we just get another follow? Oh, hi. We have Bralia Lynn followed. Well, thanks for the follow, Bralia Lynn. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, that's very cool. I appreciate that. Okay, so now what do we got going on here? Oh man. They're gonna take that pawn. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, so I'm not doing too good in this game, obviously. I'm behind in material here. But, okay. At least they can't put me in check right now. I'm going to move this rook right here. I know it looks kind of funny, but we're going to try it. They can't take that pawn, and they can't put my king in check with their queen in its current position. And their rook in the corner still hasn't even moved. So I am behind 2 pawns. I could lose this game, but you know what, guys? I'm having a good time. I'm having a really jolly good time here. So, okay. So now they're doing that. So now I'm going to move this. I'm going to move that rook there and attack their queen. Funny how that works. Okay, so now they're doing that. So then I'm going to put the rook there and attack their queen that way. Okay, that's just silly. Like this is getting really, really silly. Okay, so now they've done that. I don't know, man. Maybe I should advance this pawn. Well, do I want to do that? Do I really want to do that? I don't know, man. I don't know what I want to do here. I think I'm going to just advance this pawn and see how my opponent reacts. It's worth a shot. I don't think they can put me in check here. Dude, this is intense. Okay. Okay, so now they're, oh, I see. They're going to try to go there. Yeah, they're probably going to try that. And then I would have my guys in a little bit of a problem here. So, yeah, I can't let them go there. I can't let them do that. Because then it would start creating problems for me. Well, now my king. Now, if my king goes there, okay, I don't know, man. I'm gonna run out of time if I don't do something, man. Gotta do something, dude. Oh my god. Dude, this is just insane. Okay, so now they've gone there. Now they've gone and they've done it, man. So now, see, my, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I see how it is. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. So I kind of have to do this and block the check with my queen. That's kind of what I have to do. Okay. Check. Okay. So now they're in check there. And dude. Oh my god. Yeah, that's nasty. See, now I'm in this unfortunate position here where yeah, guys, this is very, very sad. Yeah, that's very sad, man. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, yeah, I lose this game, man. But I'm not resigning, of course. Oh man, they got me. They got me at the end there, man. Finally. Oh wow. Dude. Oh man. What an insane game. But guys, do you see why I love chess? Chess is amazing like that. Chess is just so intense here. Yeah, this is stupid. Yeah. Oh, I'm losing it now, man. I put up a really good fight, though. I put up a really good fight. Hmm. Yep, this game's pretty much over. Yep. Wow, that was a nice long classical game. Wow, dude. Yeah, thank you for the follow, bro. Brawley Lynn, yeah. Oh man, that was a really good game. That was a good game. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go to my profile here, and I'm gonna explain something. Okay, so sometimes you lose a chess game, okay? And sometimes you lose in life. Sometimes you lose a job. Sometimes you lose a friend. You lose, your parents or your children because people die. Sometimes things don't go your way, okay? And the important thing, remember, here's what I'm getting at is that just because you lose sometimes doesn't mean you give up. And guys, I wanted to do this. I really wanted to do this chess stream on my birthday today while I have the chance because I just want to let you guys know I'm not going to give up on my life and I'm not going to give up on chess because sometimes I feel like giving up. Because sometimes life is hard and when I get tired and overworked from school and work, I get depressed. And the point is, I'm not going to resign. I'm not going to resign the chess games. I'm not going to resign from my life. I'm going to keep going until I achieve my goals. Also, I have a chess goal. My goal is to get to 2000 classical rating. That's my goal. I want to get to 2000 classical rating. And if I keep playing, I'm going to keep improving and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do one more classical game here. I'm going to do, yeah, I want to do another classical game because I love classical chess. It's tons of fun. Okay, now I'm playing white here. Yeah, got the queen's pawn out there. So we got d4. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now they've got that knight out there. I think I'm going to do this silly attack, the Trompowsky attack. I'm just going to try that. Because see, now we have this weird situation where they can't move that knight right now. My opponent resigned. Guys, my opponent just resigned. I went through that big long game. And I finally lost that classic game. And then this game just started and my opponent resigned. Let's look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Resign. Okay. Thank you for that little birthday present there. Letting me win. Like, good lord. That was great. That was just great. That was amazing. I love chess. It's so much fun. I'm having a good time. Now I will get to bed actually. I need to sleep because I sleep during the day. And later on I'm gonna have a vegan pizza party with my mom. And I was kind of depressed the past few nights at work, but I'm feeling better because as long as I have some time to relax and play chess, then I realize the secret to everything is to never give up. No matter what happens with my Walmart job, no matter what happens with chess, I'm not going to give up. Queen's Gambit declined. Now we were in Queen's Gambit type of a situation, and I'm playing black, and I know better than to accept the Queen's Gambit. You know, because if I were to take that pawn, bad things would happen. I know that very very well. And this is kind of a very strange thing, but I'm going to, well, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Nah, that's a weird thing. That would be a very silly thing. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get this out right here. We're gonna do a semi-Slav where we got both of those pawns out there. Either one can capture back if that pawn tries to capture our d5 pawn. So I'm not worried about it right now. I'm going to get this queen in position right here. That's what I'm going to do. Oh man. Chess is just amazing. It's an amazing game. It never gets old. It really never gets old. Okay. So now they've done that. They have done the thing. So I'm going to get this knight over here. I know it looks funky. I know it looks funky to move a knight over there. Huh. Okay. I expected them to take the knight with the bishop, but they didn't want to do that, apparently. Well, actually, let me just come over here and capture this pawn. I will take that pawn. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Okay, that's nasty. Oh man. What have I done? What have I done? I should not have done that. My queen has no good places to go. So we're going to sacrifice a bishop. Put the king in check. That's what we're going to do. Man, I can't believe I made a mistake like that. That was wild. Man, I was too eager to go over. I should have developed my other pieces first. That was my mistake, man. I thought I was going to have an easy win like last time. Not so. Now, I'm surprised their pawn hasn't taken my bishop. That's kind of... Oh, okay. Okay. Well, check. Okay. And now my queen comes over here. Okay, yeah, I lost a bishop, but my queen is not dead yet. I'm honestly, guys, I'm surprised. I really expected them to take my bishop with that pawn. Not that, I mean, guys, I'm surprised they let my queen live. I'm really surprised they let my queen live. Because I made like the worst mistake, dude. And they're literally gonna let my queen live. Maybe I'll win this game after all. We don't know. See, I never know what my mistakes my opponent's gonna make. Dude, this is insane. Wow, dude. Huh. I love playing the chess. It's so much fun. Oh man. Oh, wait. What? White resigned? Black is victorious? Wait, what? They resigned? My last two opponents resigned. Oh, guys. So I lost the first of 3 games, but won the second 2. So, guys, when I started this chess stream, I was trying to send a message of why you should not resign in chess and why I'm not going to resign in life. And I feel like these chess games really drove the point home that I was trying to make. Because life is hard, just like getting your chess rating to 2000 is also hard, which I have not succeeded at getting a classical rating of 2000. But I probably will. If I keep working at it and if I keep improving, eventually I will train myself to where I make fewer mistakes and win more often until I do get 2000 rating. That's what I'm going to do, guys. That's what I'm totally going to do. Oh, another follow? Wow, thank you. It means a lot. The follows mean a lot, guys. This is my birthday stream, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to play some chess and relax. It's been so much fun. It's been so much fun.